Day one, Monday. I slept pretty much all day long. I had a closing shift last night. I've got some girl issues going on that have made me ridiculously exhausted. On top of that, I'm experiencing symptoms of fatigue. And I slept in until 3 o'clock. So I'm trying to just get through the day and make the best out of it, but I missed my classes for the first time today, and I should probably start taking some sleeping medicine again so that I can get to bed a lot better. I'm really bad about that. I have bad habits, and my mind just kind of runs a lot at night, and I can't shut it down, so that's an issue. I did wake up. I tried to put on some makeup. Friends wanted to go get food, so I kind of got around for that because I looked like crud after waking up. So I tried to eat. It didn't really make me feel a lot better. It's almost dinner time now, and I need to try again. I have a little bit of homework. I didn't miss anything too important. I just need to do reading for sociology and English, so that shouldn't be too bad. I'm just kind of in pain. I just need to relax. And I have my friend Patrick Pyro over here now. I'm trying to stay energized for these guys, but I really am just pretty exhausted, and I feel bad that I missed things today, but at least it's only the first time, and hopefully I won't have to miss anything else. So that will be good, hopefully. And I guess next week is spring break, and I kind of totally forgot about that. So I'm gonna have a little while to just rest up and feel a bit better. And hopefully in that time I can film more videos like I've been wanting to. That's also kind of a goal today, since I don't have a ton of energy. Maybe just sitting and editing a video, since it doesn't take a lot of moving around obviously or anything. So that is the goal. And yeah, staying hydrated, just relaxing and trying to feel better. It's really just bad when I have to get up and go through classes, but I also do closing shifts on the weekend. This is kind of why I pushed work to weekends only, because it just takes a lot more out of me than I expected. And even just doing these closing shifts on the weekends is a lot on me. So I might have to ask to maybe be on a different shift or something, or at least not have to close on Sunday nights, because it's impossible for me to wake up afterwards. So hello, welcome to day 2. I'm sorry that day 1 was kind of short and a bit of a downer. I really was not feeling great. Like I said, it was the first time I'd missed classes, and I just overslept. I mean, I did that today too, and honestly, it needs to stop. I need to take ZQuil, melatonin, whatever it takes to get to bed on time, because I don't like the way I feel afterward. It's not good for me. I've always been kind of a night owl, and usually it's been fine. It's fine when I can sleep in. I mean, days when I don't have class, like today, technically it's not that much of a problem for me to, stay up till 2 and sleep till like 1:30, but it's not what I want to do. It doesn't really make my body feel that great or me feel that great, so I would like to get into healthier habits. Hopefully that can be a thing, but sometimes it's difficult to set different goals for yourself and get things together, so basically I'm just going to try to do my best. I did wake up late today, but I'm trying to make it a productive day. I got up, I did a full face of makeup, and I actually really like how this turned out. It looks almost more pink than red, but I'm kind of okay with that. And yeah, I just tried to fit it with the theme of this Kakashi shirt right here. I really love this so much. You can tell how much I love Kakashi because even on my fridge, I've got a Kakashi magnet. He's one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite male characters. As far as the females go, Sakura and Kushina, they're the greatest ever. GOATs, the goats. Greatest of all time. But yes, Aside from my nerdage, I am almost done with another chapter of Annie Dillard's for the time being for my English class, and there's one other thing that we have to read for that. I'm not sure if it's a poem or a short story or what, but he said something in the email. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do that and hopefully get everything together. And also, I should probably do a little bit of sociology reading today, which also should not be a problem for me at all. I have accomplished the task of getting a lot of laundry done today, and I actually folded it the same day that I did it. To anyone else who hates folding laundry like me, I feel like you can relate to my struggle of not wanting to have to fold all that after getting it all done, but I did it in the same day, so to me, that's an accomplishment. Of course, I also fed my fish Marcus today, and he should be getting dinner here shortly. Um, since I slept in so late, I hadn't eaten, but I had some cup ramen. I plan a little bit later when I get a bit hungrier to go out and get like an actual full dinner, hopefully with some fruits, because I think that maybe if I ate a little bit healthier, then I also wouldn't feel so crummy. I mean, it was kind of bad because last night I ended up getting a migraine, which was kind of hilarious in a way because I went with my friends to Meijer to get some more groceries. I was kind of hungry for mac and cheese, which I regretted eating because I kind of overate a little bit last night. I had too many snacks before having the mac and cheese was the real problem. So it just really made me not feel good. And then before that at Meijer, my good friend Aristotle got me this Psyduck plushie, which I'm sure if anybody has watched the video that I'm working on today, since I'm going to upload it today, means that you've already seen this, but in this vlog I am also going to show it off because, yeah, I beat on him and he makes noise and it's great and I love him, but I was making a joke about how, because Psyduck always gets migraines, Psyduck is basically me because I suffer from so many migraines, and then what do you know, after we got back to the college, after making that joke, I ended up getting a migraine, and it made it really, really hard for me to fall asleep. So that was unfortunate. I slept in today, and I felt kind of bad about it. I woke up feeling a little bit crummy, but I ended up kind of turning it around, and it's been a pretty productive day. I'm making sure to drink some water because I had quite a bit of pop today, so you gotta have some balance in the things that you're doing. And I am going to both do my reading and work on some videos. And I'm happy because I actually have the time to do that. That always makes me just ecstatic. So, yeah. I am turning things around. And it might be really hard for me to get into better habits, especially with spring break coming up. I feel like I might mess up my sleep. But it could also be an opportunity to catch up on sleep if I play my cards right, because I really just need to take some more time to take care of myself. I've been having a really great semester in terms of everything, but I don't know why. Lately I've just been feeling kind of crummy because I guess, like, my health, I'm letting it go a little bit, and I really didn't mean to, so I want to get that in check. Also, I want to go out soon, and I didn't think about it last night while I was at the store, but there are a couple things I want to pick up. One thing is a battery for this dude, because Snubble's also supposed to make noise like Psyduck, but it needs a new battery, unfortunately. Aside from needing to get things at the store and trying to be productive, I didn't really get to show these off in the Valentine's Day video, because I just got so caught up in the night and everything else. And I did flash a picture on screen of these, but I wanted to show off. I got this really cute wallet from my boyfriend, and it makes me very happy. I got lots of snacks, such as sour Skittles. I got some Airhead things that I've started eating. not Airheads, that's the wrong. They're Sour Punch. I don't know why I went there. But I've got Valentine's chocolate hearts also. They're like assorted flavors, and I'm really excited to try those. And then he got me the Sweet Tarts Conversation Hearts. And I'm really glad that he got the Sweet Tarts brand, because to me that is the best tasting. I hate regular Conversation Hearts because they taste like chalk. And it came in this cute little Valentine's box. He also got me this glittery stress ball, which is like something I need, because these past 2 days of just feeling like crap have made me kind of like a little stressed out. And he also gave me this really adorable compact mirror, and it makes me feel like a magical girl, like Sailor Moon or something. I'm really, really sad though, because I accidentally dropped my bag of stuff on the way out trying to take my Valentine's things with me from my house. And it's got like the smallest little dent in its corner now. It makes me feel really bad, but because I hate like ruining things that are given to me by people. But it's not really ruined. I'm still going to use this a ton. I'm keeping it in my purse now because I really adore this. It says Sparkle on it. It's just so adorable, and he actually did a really good job choosing things for me. I already showed off my flannel. It is residing in my closet safely. And yeah, that's basically what I got. I also am notoriously bad at taking care of plants, but so far my flowers are doing well. The soil was a little dry today, so this is the first time I've watered them. And I'd like to try to keep them alive as long as possible, since these are actually potted, unlike a lot of other flowers. I really wanted to get potted flowers when Patrick Pyro asked me what I wanted, because I knew that they'd be able to live longer. And I chose pink because it's my favorite color. So I want to keep those going. I can take care of animals very well, such as Marcus. It is easy enough to like feed him every day, clean out his stuff, but for some reason when I touch plants, it's not always good. I tried to get my roommate another succulent after somebody stole hers, and I accidentally killed it. I was trying to like give it a little bit of water before I gave it to her, and my dumb self didn't know how little water they needed, so I kind of just drowned it, and I feel really bad about it. I did an okay job my first year here. They gave everybody pine trees for some reason, and I was taking care of like all 4 of the pine trees of me and my roommates. And that lasted for a while until I got tired of being the one to do it, basically, so those died. I guess I could take care of plants if I wanted to, but, you know, I'm kind of bad at these things. So anyway, I am going to get off here. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling now. And I'm going to focus on homework and making videos the rest of today. I'm so excited that I actually have time to be able to do that. And I'm glad that I feel a lot better today, and I'd like to keep that up. Even if it doesn't work out for me at first, I'd like to try to start falling asleep around midnight. That would give me plenty of hours of sleep. And I have an early class coming up in March, so I really need to get into those better sleeping habits. And it would be helpful also to talk to my boss and, you know, see if I can avoid closing on Sunday nights, because I don't think that I could wake up for such an early class after doing closes. I will, of course, do what I'm scheduled to do, which unfortunately will make the first day of that class kind of But I'll fix it, and hopefully I will continue to do better. I'm upset because I missed getting to see my granny today, because I was still feeling kind of gross. And honestly, going out and walking with her would have been very good for me, but, you know, sometimes you just need to take a shower, relax, and get your day together, so I am going to do my best. Sorry for all the rambling. Goodbye. Hello, welcome to day 3, Wednesday. I look really white-faced right now with the light, wow. I thought it would help. Instead, it just makes me look like a ghost. But hello! I woke up today and I decided to go completely pink, if you couldn't tell. Pink sweater, pink Sailor Moon necklace, and I did pink makeup. I really, really love how it all turned out, honestly. And yeah, I'm in a way better mood today. My first class, sociology, was canceled for whatever reason. She said that there were some unforeseen circumstances, so here I am. So I just napped for probably too long. Hopefully I'm still gonna get to bed at a decent time tonight, but it didn't really work out for me last night. It was late and I was like, oh, I feel like if I take sleeping medicine at this late of a point, then I'll just be knocked out for too long. So I didn't, and it might have been 2:30 or so, probably later by the time my body actually let me fall asleep, which is the problem. I'll be so tired and I just can't get to sleep, and it's always the worst. But I've taken a nap now, and I instantly just feel so much happier, so that's what I'm focused on. I feel better. Um, I tried to get a little bit of work done before I went to bed, but I didn't do a lot. I did a brief reading for sociology, so I'm going to do more of that later. That is the goal of the rest of the day, is to get homework done after classes. And I also put the cover video together and saved it. I just need to upload it. So, by the time this vlog comes out, I am already going to have things like that up, and it makes me happy. I might also hopefully begin filming some other stuff today if I have the time for it, but I do have dinner plans with a friend, and also I want to get more sociology done today, which is my main goal, so who knows? I'm just looking to have fun with the rest of my day and also be as productive as possible. Yesterday I did a decent amount of work, but I accidentally read the wrong chapter for sociology, which is why I really need to focus on it today. And I'm also kind of upset, I spent all that time on a chapter for nothing. I mean, it was interesting at the very least. I have some extra unnecessary knowledge in my brain. But yeah, I just napped, did a cute little mini photo shoot with my Psyduck plushie because I love this thing. And I'm gonna put that up on my Pokemon Instagram. If y'all don't follow that, it's Poke Brigade. But basically all of that is my anime related content. I do whatever I want on my normal Instagram so much better than that. That's daily pictures, poetry, sometimes weeb stuff still. Because that's just who I am. But yeah. I need to get some water. I feel like my voice sounds really deep and weird after sleeping for so long. So we're gonna get some life water in my system. It's not even actually life water. It's just once upon a time I bought some life water and I keep refilling this bottle and reusing it every day that I go to classes. I still have English to go to today and choir. I'm happy to be able to actually go back because I still feel kind of bad about missing on Monday. And I'm also super excited to go to my poetry class tomorrow. I technically, in that class day, wrote all the poetry that I needed for this week, but last night I wrote a really short poem. The rhyme scheme is very simple, and I know that he doesn't always like that kind of simple AABB kind of rhyme scheme, and he likes it to be more masked. But the way it flowed out of me, it was just a poem that kind of came to me, and I didn't know what I was really trying to talk about until after it came out, and I was like, oh. But that's just the rhyme scheme that came about. I feel like that aspect he might not like. He says that sometimes it takes him out of poetry when it seems like people are trying too hard to be poetic or, the like. But I really like that poem, and I kind of want to share that one with my group and then later with him because, I don't know, I just like it. Regardless of the rhyme scheme, I like the meaning that I ended up getting behind it, and I can see a couple different meanings and contradictory statements in it, even though it's so short that people might be able to see and be intrigued by. So I just feel like sharing it. And yeah, maybe if I have time today too, I'll just write some poetry just because I have a couple ideas that I haven't put down on paper yet, really. So who knows? But if anything interesting arises, I'll be back. Otherwise, hoo-hoo. Hello, hello. Welcome to day 4, Thursday. I'm feeling pretty good today. I stayed up way too late with my friends last night. We were just like watching shows, eating food, hanging out. Honestly, I should have gone to bed forever ago that night, but like it was really fun and it was nice for the three of us to just be together. And I'd like the three of us to just be able to have a relaxed setting more often. But now I'm awake. Took me an eternity to wake up, like 1 o'clock, I think, maybe. And my granny was super great, and she brought me like some Mexican bread. And I really want to eat this with my friends later, whenever they're available. It might be before or after my class, I'm not sure. And also, there's coffee here, and I'm excited. There's like apple cider, hot chocolate, then legit coffee. And I'm excited because I'm ready to try this bread and like dip it into the drinks because she said that it's like supposed to be kind of dry or something like that. So gonna see how that is. I'm always kind of excited to try different things in that area. Oh, but so far all I've really done today is get up, I took a shower. My hair is still actually kind of damp because it never likes to dry. It's like almost 4 o'clock, I think, right now. And it just still does not want to dry, so yeah. Hopefully by my poetry class it'll be fine. And it should, because that's in like another 3 hours, but eh. I also went over to print off another poem. I actually posted this one on Instagram, I believe on Tuesday. And, I don't know why, but I just really love this particular one. I kept feeling like I was called to go out and do It was like a really weird feeling that I got that day. I felt like I needed to leave or do something active or like seek out inspiration. And then I just kind of wrote a poem about nature. And I mean, it's pretty short. It's not super long, but I really I just like it. I didn't realize until after some certain contradictions and interesting things that kind of tie in with this book and approach to nature and things that we're talking about in my English class. So I showed it to my prof really quick and he was like, "Oh yeah, if you're okay with it, we can print it off and you can talk to the class about how you think that it relates." And I just kind of flipped out because I like get scared when I have an audience, but I get also like more so super excited and want to share it and explain things. Because we were talking about nature and whether we are within nature or nature is within us in a sense. And in this poem, there's a line when it says nature wants me inside of her. So I'm representing myself as being inside of nature, but then at the end of the poem, I say to disperse nature from my body, suggesting that she was inside of me. So I think it's interesting because this book kind of has contradictions like that. Are we a part of nature or is it a part of us? And even within the poem, I ended up contradicting myself, like, which one is it? But I don't know. To me, those kinds of conversations are something that's really interesting, and I'm just excited to share. I'm also sharing this one in my poetry class tonight, just so I have something to give them, because last week, I, like, I did both writing prompts in class and turned those in on top of some other things. So I'm pretty much, like, set for this week. I wouldn't have had to write anything, but I'm a poet. I like writing. Of course I'm gonna keep writing, so this is what I'm gonna end up sharing today. I just want to hear what people think. I know that, like, I chose a very simple rhyming scheme for this. Uh, Honestly, most of them are kind of like slant rhymes, but I know that my professor is usually the type who kind of gets a little bit more taken out of it if you're trying, like, too hard to rhyme. So I feel like he might tell me that, like, I should fix the rhyme scheme. But honestly, I kind of dig it this way. I don't think that it takes you out of it, but that's my opinion. I think that it does flow well together. I like the way it sounds. I like the intentions that I put into it. So I think even though it could be seen by him as, like, simple in that regard, I feel like he still would like the imagery there, and I like what it means, so I'd probably just keep it as it is. I made like 3 edits to it, and then I was like, yeah, I think I'm happy with this now, and I just kind of want to keep it. But anyway, I have to do some reading from this today for homework, and I also am working on sociology. I'm like on the 4th section of chapter 11 because for some reason we're jumping around chapters now. It started off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now it's like 11. We'll be doing 7 next. I really need to keep up with the syllabus to see where we're at because it's off the rails now. But yeah, I'm excited to eat some potentially good food today, and I'm gonna get my homework done. I'm drinking lots of water. Remember to always stay hydrated, people. Always. I don't know. I'm just a dork right now. I'm just really, really excited for tonight. Poetry is my favorite class, for sure. English is a close second, so being able to share one of my poems in a different class, it all just makes me so excited. Because my whole life, all I've ever really wanted to do is write. Ever since I was super little, I've been writing books. I used to take construction paper and, like, draw pictures or whatever and write pretty much daily. And, I had a really great 5th grade teacher who inspired me and made me feel like I wanted to be a writer. She kind of pushed me. I told her if I ever published a book, I would dedicate it to her. I still can never forget that, never forget her. And in a way, it feels like the professors I have right now are kind of like another version of her, where, like, I feel close to them, I feel inspired. Like, my high school English teachers were really great, but they're not necessarily, like, my favorite high school English teacher wasn't like the touchy-feely kind of guy. He was more like the funny, cynical one who was like, "Come on, you know your writing's good. Stop hating on yourself. What the heck?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But these teachers are like, I just relate to them so much on a weird level. Um, my poetry teachers told me before that I sound like him when he was younger, and I don't know, I just think it's cool that somebody understands my weird process of writing and understands my mindset, my emotional self that I thought that nobody would, like, have a sense for, but he does. That's crazy. So I'm just really excited to be able to share my writing like this finally. And if I'm lucky, then maybe I will be able to publish myself, and before I'm even out of college, I can start accomplishing some of the dreams that I've had for forever. It excites me so much that I could cry. And I know that I'm babbling on again. This week is going to be so long because I can't stop rambling in these, but I'm just, like, so happy. Anyway, I might end up sharing more later because sometimes I have epiphanies after my poetry class that I just feel like I have to share on camera, but until then, bye. Day 5, Friday. I'm over the moon. I feel so good. I have my niece here and she wants to play and I have to work, so I don't have a lot of time to get on, but I just wanted to really quick because I'm just in such a great mood. I mean, obviously because she's here, I'm feeling ecstatic. And also, I got to share my poem in class today. It went really well. We had, like, really deep discussions, and I just came out of the class feeling great. And then I went to a meeting with my poetry prof, and he said that I was just like glowing, and yeah, I felt great after getting out of that English class. And then the high just kept going. We can just talk for forever, and he was kind of blown away by the poem I showed him. Kind of brought him back to his childhood a little bit. And I also kind of made some classmates cry last night because I wrote a poem about the death of my cousin when I was a freshman in high school. And yeah, it sparked some tears out of me and some tears of other classmates, and it was just like a really powerful experience. And my prof told me that like I should probably share later in the class so that I'm not just like hitting everybody all at once, kind of. But yeah. In a way, I almost wish it wasn't spring break because I just want to keep going with that class and be able to talk more and get the feedback on my poems, but he's gonna work on some of them over break. He'd like to get with me and get things together to maybe start sending things out to magazines, and I'm prepared for the rejection that might come at first, but I'm excited to see what will come. Anyway, I could gush forever about this. He's like one of the greatest profs ever. I didn't think that I would find a teacher that would mean so much to me ever again as I did when I was lucky enough to find my 5th grade teacher and have her support me, but yeah, here I am. And I just feel so ecstatic. My English professor is great. My poetry prof is amazing. So I just feel so blessed that I'm in the position that I'm in right now. Things are going so well. I have so much support around me, and now I have more opportunities than I could have dreamed of. So I'll talk to y'all later. Day 6, Saturday. I really haven't done a lot today. I stayed up really late last night with my family, and I ended up getting like a little bit emotional. I shared the really hard familial death poem with my mom and sister last night, and that was intense. In a way, I kind of regret it because I'm nervous that I made things a little bit too sad, but it was just kind of relevant to us right now and this and that. Anyway, on a more positive note, I basically just spent the day playing with my niece, and then I disappeared upstairs for a little while, video chatting with my boyfriend, and it's always good to hear. So, I'm just like kind of in a weirdish place right now because I'm like processing a lot of stuff. I'm thinking about the friends I have now and how I want to progress in those relationships and so on. But I guess it's really weird to say it like that, but I just feel like I'm coming to make some decisions in my life. There are some things that I want to focus on a lot harder now. And I'm just going to take the time to enjoy spring break, and I'll probably go over to see them. But I want to strengthen the relationships with the people around me, and for a couple other people, make sure that we are friends for the right reasons, if that makes sense. But I mean, I don't really doubt most of them, honestly. It's just, sometimes acquaintances, it's weird. But in other news, I just kind of decided to dress up slightly today. I didn't really end up going anywhere except to Burger King to get lunch for everybody. But I'm kind of in like a creative mood. So I might either charge my Switch and end up doing more Shield videos, or I don't know, I kind of just want to like film in general or do something creative. So I feel like I want to do a video or write some stuff and post that. Or maybe on a completely different note, I might just do some reading and get my spring break homework out of the way, but in any case, I just feel like I want to keep my mind active. I I'm really excited to see where my future goes. And in a weird way, it's like strange to say that. It's so weird thinking now that I'm so much closer to some of my goals than I ever thought I would be. And even just a few years ago, there were times where it felt so rough that I couldn't envision where I was going to be going. And so to think that, like, the dream I've had since I was a little kid to compel people with my writing and have an opportunity to try to put it out there, to try to see if I can get myself published, it's just, like, crazy beyond my wildest dreams. And, I just hope in the end that somebody will accept me, because I'm not going to stop until it does happen. And I'm going to keep working more every day. Oh, I'm starting my Spanish class very, very soon on Monday, and that means I'm going to have to get into better sleeping patterns also. Sorry for another odd cut, but I just feel really good. I'm going to keep pushing until I can get what I want, and I just hope that things continue to do well for me and that I can continue to grow into myself and feel more confident like I've been feeling a little bit. And I just really want to solidify in me instead of... I clearly want to focus on my family and people I care about, but also I want to be firm in who I am and not let that be affected anymore, because it has so much in the past. Welcome to J7, Sunday.
Oh, you're vlogging on my phone.
I took it. Yeah, I have to vlog on her phone because I don't have space on mine right now, but I am here with the hottest whammons in the world.
Bad angle, though.
With the hottest whammons in the world. Wow. And I have to work too to close, so I'm not doing anything interesting. But I just wanted to wrap up this week. We had some good Mexican food. I forgot my to-go box, and the nice man ran all the way outside to give it to me.
The hot guy.
He was
Muy caliente, am I right?
muy atractivo, indeed. Yes. Anyway, but nah, it's sad because earlier this week I went out with a friend to get food and I forgot my to-go box again. But when I went back inside, they threw it away. They threw away my pasta. Curse you! I'll never come back. It was sad.
You love
Do you imagine some bitch just throwing away your pasta? Being like, fuck that hoe and her SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, James told me that because I forgot my pasta, I was a traitor, and, like, it was my own fault. And he's like, how dare you? How could you just go against pasta like this?
Kill you in the apocalypse.
I think that it's his fault for throwing it away so quickly when I came right back in.
All I'm getting from this is your SpaghettiO hoe.
Anyway, that's gonna be it for this week, since all I get to do the rest of the day is work while these two yahoos get to continue their fun, and I'm jealous. But it's spring break. I'm gonna try to film stuff. I'll probably force you to help me film things, and it'll be great. So,
Camera angle.
please be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
Oh,
And I would love to see you in another video. Goodbye.
I covered up the sound for a minute.
Free.